Peace, love, and light collective. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cusp of Roses Tarot for your new moon and Taurus chakra energy reading. I am super excited to bring this reading out to you all. Thank you so much for all of your likes, your comments, your shares, and subscriptions. They truly do mean the world to me. Thank you so much for positively engaging my channel. For those that are new, welcome to the family. I am so grateful to have you here. I'm so happy that you resonate with my energy, with these readings. And thank you so much for your support by subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscription button. Tap that bell as well if you want to be updated on my new uploads. But yes, for those that are new, please feel free to comment on any video that resonates with you, okay? Let me know what's resonating with you. I love to see that. It helps me kind of get a good gauge on just kind of where you guys are as a collective. Thank you so much for just being here, truly, bringing your presence to my channel. I'm very grateful for it, okay? So, for those that are new again, just a quick rundown of why I do these readings. So chakra healing and working with chakras is something that I've been doing for a few years now. And it's really, truly helped me along my spiritual journey, just to better understand my own energy, understand the universe a lot better, and just kind of maneuver and navigate through some really intense times. So as the world is just kind of in the midst of all this pandemic chaos, I think it's just super important for these readings. I also work very closely with the moon and really all the elements, but the moon and I have been getting pretty close these past couple of years, and I've been working on that. So I wanted to bring this series in just to tap into the new moon energy, tap into the full moon energy, see how we can best set ourselves up to receive you know, our highest good, right? And the highest good for all those connected to us, okay? This is a very special new moon, guys, okay? This is the beginning of Taurus season for me. Every zodiac season starts on the new moon. That's just me, my personal energy and opinion. That's just kind of what vibrates right for me and how my energy kind of flows. But this is also a galactic portal date, okay? It is 4/22/2020, so 444. And it's a very grounding energy, and I feel like it's so perfect with Taurian energy, right? Very earthy, very grounded, reminding us that, you know, slow and steady does indeed win the race, right? When you take your time to do it right, when you take your time to look at your surroundings, be in your own energy, right? Understanding that it needs understanding how to build momentum. Okay, Taurians know how to do that very well. They are quite the masters of it. And when they are, you know, balancing their energy. So this is going to be a really great season to analyze a little bit, you know, get grounded, to really touch base and kind of feel out our material world in a way where we can kind of shed what we don't need, you know, gain what we do, gather what we do, and rebuild and reshift and refocus ourselves so that we can move forward as the seasons go on, and keep building momentum towards the end of the year, okay? So it's going to be really good. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the energy I'm feeling after our prayer. So for those that don't know, I start off every reading with a quick prayer, okay? This is an opportunity for you to ground your energy, for me to ground mine, for us to be grounded together, okay? So that I can receive the messages clearly and be open, and then you can also hear them clearly, right? So that you remain open to what's for you. Not everything I say in these videos is going to resonate with everyone, okay? This is a general reading for the collective. So take the little bits and pieces that feel right for you. Leave the rest for everyone else, you know? It's okay if nothing resonates. My readings are timeless. You can come back a couple days from now, a couple weeks from now, a couple months from now, and check in and see if you get anything different, okay? Please check out my playlist section. I have playlists for every cusp, playlists for every season, and a moon energy playlist, okay? So you want to tap into those, see what new information you might be able to get. That is something that I do get a lot from my viewers, that even those that do like personal readings with me, they will re-watch their videos after like a week or two has gone by and gain something new, see something from a different perspective. Something will then resonate that maybe didn't resonate before. So energy is fluid, time is an illusion, okay? Everyone's on their own energetic journey, and we're all just in this together. All right, so I hope this video is coming to you all safely, well, and in good spirits with, again, this pandemic going on. Anyone who is being heavily affected, slightly affected, or just affected by this at any way, shape, or form, I am sending you so much love, so much light, so much peace and courage to keep going, keep fighting. Don't give up, right? Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the world. Don't give up on the collective, right? We are all here to support each other energetically as we're quarantined apart, right? So for those that have lost a loved one due to this pandemic, you are not alone. I too have lost a loved one to COVID, and it's rough. You know, it's hard to not be able to be there for our family members while they mourn, not be able to even just be with our loved ones as they take their last breaths and they transition. So it's a lot, and that's a lot of energy. It's a lot of heaviness. So I am right there with you. We got this. Okay. We're going to take it one day at a time. My condolences and prayers out to your families, you, anyone, okay, who is suffering or dealing with that heartbreak or heavy loss. Okay. My condolences. I know I'm right there with you. It's sad. It's tragic, but we will continue on in their light, in their love, with their light and love in our hearts. We're so grateful to have been able to be in their presence, you know, in this lifetime. So we're going to stay positive, right? Keep working and stay positive. Yeah, let's do our prayer, guys, and then we will get into a little bit more into the energy. I got a little more I want to talk about, and then we'll do the reading, okay? So for this reading, we're doing the chakra oracles, the chakra wisdom oracle, chakra wisdom tarot, and I'll be pulling a few work your light oracle cards for guidance, okay? So if you have any prayers, affirmations, meditations, or mantras that you like to do, say, or practice to connect with your higher self, your divine source, or your spiritual team, please do so as I pray, okay? Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters of Light, my own divine ancestral council, and all archangels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the collective as a whole for this particular reading for the new moon. And Taurus, we are so grateful to be grounded in this moment together and to be connected in this moment together. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear vessel and channel to bring forth the most important messages of love, healing, truth, and light for the overall growth, ascension, personal development, and prosperity and abundance for the collective. Thank you so much for covering us all in your love, light, and mercy, and lifting us up in courage every day to face whatever may come our way. Whatever twists and turns, may we meet them and embrace them with joy, with love, with gratitude, with peace, and with acceptance, right? Genuinely in our minds, in our hearts, in our souls, in our bodies. We're so grateful, ancestors, that you walk with us in this day and in this life and beyond. We're thankful for all the signs and synchronicities that keep us on along our path and lead us to our destiny. Thank you for being with us in these struggles. Thank you for being with us in the celebrations. We love you, and we feel your love ever so deeply, and even more now. Thank you so much, and so it is. Alrighty, collective gang, what is up? So I've been in the collective energy, or at least the collective that I tune into, for a minute, and it feels very, very expansive. There's a lot in the crown chakra happening, a little bit in the third eye. Yeah, a lot's kind of being illuminated. Me personally, I've been feeling my root chakra a lot, so I don't know if anyone else has. If you are familiar with the chakras or the 7 chakras that govern the human form, we have way more than 7. We have over 100 that we can tap into and access, okay? But the main 7 that govern the human form start with the root chakra at the end of your tailbone, okay? And go all the way up to the crown of your head, calling the crown chakra. If you're interested to know a little bit more about chakras, go ahead and check the description box below. I have a little tiny descriptions of each, the colors, what they represent, okay? Again, remind you, these are just the main 7 that are connected to the human form and 3D reality, all right? There are over 100, okay? Way more than 7, but we're just going to focus on the main 7, just because those are the ones that definitely help us connect more with our current and immediate environment, all right? So a lot of crown chakra energy, a lot of third eye energy, a lot of solar plexus too. I feel like there's like a complete reworking of a lot of people's chakra systems, or some activations happening. I know last in the full moon, we had starseed activations going down. So a lot of those are starting to settle in with this new moon. So this is a good time to set intentions, right? New moons are a great time to start planting new seeds. Yeah, so I would encourage everybody to just take some time, you know, whether it's tonight, tomorrow night, even over the next 3 days, because for me, moon energy lasts about 3 days before the set date, before its height, and 3 days after, okay? So if you have time to take a nice little spiritual bath, to do some good meditation, if you would like to fast, anything like that, follow your intuition, go with your gut, okay? And work, put in that work for what you truly want. This is the perfect moon to do so, because this Taurus energy is going to set you up and ground you in that energy of what you truly want, so that it feels like it's going to stick to. So like whatever you really put out there is going to stick to you for a while. That's kind of what I'm getting, okay? Yeah. What else? Anything else for the collective? Thank you so much. All right. Let's go ahead and just get into these chakra cards. Thank you so much, Spirit. What's going on? What does the collective need to know about this new moon in Taurus? Ooh, dissipating. There's that solar plexus energy. This is about watching others fulfill their dreams and not fulfilling your own, putting your own dreams aside, letting them dissipate, letting them wash away while you watch other people strive for theirs. This also talks about a relationship where 2 people had to go their separate ways due to having to learn, having to grow. One ended up, on TV doing what they wanted. And I think in this, if I remember this correctly, there was this element of this person that was on TV was supposed to return to this person waiting, but obviously you see they're still waiting. So it's this kind of like fleeting hope and fleeting will. Okay. Anything else? What do we need to know? Yeah, beautiful heart chakra, wisdom, absolutely gorgeous energy. Yeah, it's learning. Yeah, okay. A lot of us in the collective are starting to act in our wisdom, act in the wisdom of our heart, right? Using this energy wisely, right? Using our heart energy wisely as well. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm also getting this energy where some people may feel like they are missing out or have missed the mark or missed the boat on something. We'll get into it, but I kind of feel like that's not the case, but we'll see. Anything else? One more, Spirit, for the new moon. Thank you. Wow. Yep. Vanity. Okay. Vanity is throat chakra energy. This talks about this person goes through a spiritual awakening, goes through some sort of enlightenment, comes back to the friend group or the peers, the environment that they left before the enlightenment, and finds that they don't have they don't resonate the same anymore, right? Like what the person who's enlightened wants to talk about, gets excited about, what they're passionate about no longer aligns with their former environment, okay? So it could make you feel like you're being vain, right? In sharing what you know and sharing maybe the wisdom, right, from your heart, or acting in the wisdom. This also could talk about other people looking at you as vain or having some sort of vanity issue, okay? And this also talks about allowing people to awaken in their own time, right? Like, I think it's very natural and very honorable and very noble, right? And very human. Like, when we learn something new, we want to share it, right? We want to give it. We want to let everyone know. We want to get everyone on the same boat. We want to, right, aid others in their own journey. But everybody's journey is different and unique and special to them. So you have to learn how to know what you know, use your wisdom for you and your journey, share what you feel you need to share. Even if no one resonates with it, someone will at one point, and you know, it'll be all in divine timing. So this talks about not like finding that discernment between, okay, am I sharing this because I'm just excited and this is where I am, or am I sharing this because I'm trying to convince someone of something, or trying to get people to, you know, hop on board? Because it's natural. Like, you learn something, it clicks for you and you want to share it, you want to have it click for other people, but people have to do their own clicks, right? Like, people have to connect with it in their own way. So just that there's something to be mindful with, like from the full moon in Libra with those starseed activations. A lot of those new starseeds, or people who are now realizing that they are starseeds, are starting to activate their galactic DNA, are going to be a little bit in this vanity mode, like wanting to talk about it, wanting to share, wanting to kind of get on everybody into it, right? But again, it is just your journey and it's very specific. So be mindful that you're not talking in a way where, or sharing information in a way where it's like condescending, right, to other people who maybe not believe in the same. Thank you, Spirit. Tolerance. Okay, so there's a need for those who are newly activated. There's a need to grow some tolerance here, because you are growing in your wisdom. You are learning a lot, right? You are sharing the wisdom from your heart. It's coming from a pure place. So don't underestimate that. But essentially, some things are shown to you for you and you only. Okay, so needing to kind of use wisdom, use discernment around what you're learning, what's literally for you in your journey, what can be applied to the collective, what may be for someone else. And even if you share something that you feel is for someone else, they may not connect with it until later on, or they may go through something different and connect in a different way. Everything is valid, okay? Everything is valid. With this dissipating in the solar plexus, this feels like the shedding of the old. Like, if you have been holding yourself back from doing something, creating something, starting something, right? Like sparking a newness, something in your life, going after a dream. If you've been holding back on that, this is the time to release yourself from that and go for it, okay? Know how to play the game of risk, okay? But still go for it, right? Start putting things in place, even if it's just a little bit at a time every day, right? So if it's you want to write a new book, if you just dedicate, okay, I'm going to do 2 hours of brainstorming, of just writing, free writing meditation, and then just see what it is. Don't even have to be harsh on yourself. Don't have to overanalyze it, right? Allow that will, that solar plexus energy, that fire, that vitality, right? That sun energy in you to move you forward towards what you know is going to build you up, right? And is going to get you moving and get you out of stagnancy. This feels like some stagnancy some of the collective is going through, okay? And look, what we don't see in the shadow, it's due to the root chakra imperfection, wanting to be perfect, okay? So yes, for those that are newly activated, there's no right or wrong to this journey, okay? There is no right or wrong in how you connect with God and source, universe, whatever you want to name it, okay? There's no right or wrong in this, okay? So there's a need to release perfection. It's almost as if there's this understanding of needing to see it from a point of view where, okay, let me back up. For some of us in the collective, you could have, let's say this isn't your first awakening, okay? Let's say you've gone through a few. There's this feeling of, okay, well, I've always been open to this. I've always been, doing it. I've done it right. There's this perfectionism that I feel kind of coming in for those that are going through this second awakening or a new awakening, their first awakening. Shake yourself away from that. Like, don't try to control how this happens. Don't try to control what you know, what you learn, what you see. It's going to be very hard not to do, but release this ideal of perfection. There's no perfect way to enlighten yourself. There's no perfect way to gain wisdom and to learn wisdom. You learn by trial and error, right? You learn by going out there and doing and growing and expanding and then gaining, planting those seeds, right? Like we're going to do in this new moon, and then reaping that harvest during that full moon, okay? So there's this energy of like, okay, well, I did it this way, and that's that's the best way to do it. And it's like, okay, we got to pull away a little bit from that because everybody's supposed to be doing it differently, all right? Woo, that was a bit of a sermon there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more details on what we need to know about these energies. So we're working with our solar plexus, our heart chakra, and our throat chakra. Beautifully enough, these are all kind of one right after another, right? So solar plexus, 2 inches above your belly button, okay? You got your heart chakra, and then your throat chakra, which some say can be considered your higher heart chakra, okay? But essentially, I like to just say throat chakra, it's your God center, it's your command center, right? It's what you speak, right? The power of voice, the power of the tongue, okay? And your heart chakra is where your abundance lies. Your solar plexus, like we talked about, is your will, your vitality, that self-confidence, okay? Also connecting to your self-image. For those that feel like, oh, I'm too old to go after these dreams, or I'm too old to do that, and all these young people, like, you're not doing that here, right? You are never too old to go after your dreams. I don't care how old you are, what you want to do, you can do it. You'd be amazed at what people do in the second act of their life, okay? So for those that are a little bit older, that one's for you. Don't feel like your life is passing you by or feel like opportunities have missed you. I was picking up on that a little bit earlier. Yeah, like you gotta get out of that, okay? Understand that your journey is perfect in the way it is, okay? Because it's perfect for you. It's meant for you. And you also can co-create with this journey. You can take on a whole bunch. You can step back from it, all right? Like, it's all something. It's a nice dance you do with the universe. So just keep that in mind. It's never too late to go after what you truly want and to be who you really want to be, okay? Alrighty, Spirit, thank you so much for this love and light. We got dissipating 6 of Cups. Uh-oh. I was feeling this and I was kind of hoping it wasn't, but there we go. So this is third eye energy, okay? 6 of Cups talks about soulmate relationships, soul connection, soul ties, past life memories, past life emotions from the past, okay? Yeah, so someone could have been waiting on a soulmate or a past life love to come through, or someone they maybe have dated in the past. And that waiting energy is dissipating, okay? That's what's fading here in the will to wait, the will to just sit back and watch, right? That's changing because there's a difference between waiting, stagnant waiting and active waiting, right? When we're stagnantly waiting, that means we literally aren't moving, we aren't changing, we aren't shifting, we aren't going with the flow. We're waiting for something externally to come in order for us to do our part and to get started and to get that energy to jump or that motivation to jump. When you're actively waiting, you are leaving space for what you're waiting for to come in, but you're still moving, you're still going, you're still moving ahead and pulling forward on what you want and not letting that energy just sit stagnant and still, okay? Yeah, we got the Two of Coins, sacral chakra energy. It's our second chakra, okay? Yeah, it's talking about, okay. Yeah, so this soulmate energy, someone could have been juggling an opportunity or waiting for an opportunity to walk through some door, waiting for some ships to come in, maybe even trying to decide a path, okay? But essentially with this dissipating, it's like the will to wait for this person to decide, or the will to that energy of waiting, like, okay, I can't do this dream job or this mission until I get my soulmate and my part. Like that type of thinking is what I'm saying is dissipating here, okay? Realizing that you can do everything you want right here and right now, okay? Yeah. Yeah, don't have to feel like it's all over. Yes, there we go. Ten of Swords. Solar plexus. I love it. Ending on the solar plexus for this energy. It's almost like that old self, that old modality, that old feeling or that old sense of attachment to something is dying, dissipating, fading away. Okay? Yeah, it's like the worst has already happened. The maybe most intense or the high peak of this energy has already passed with this Ten of Swords, and it's like it's dissipated actually is what they're giving me with this new moon in Taurus. That's going to start fading off, or that feeling like you're stuck or stagnant in something, waiting on someone else to do something for you to do something. That's what's changing. That's over. That's good though. I think that's really good, right? Because ultimately it's up to us. No one's coming to save us. No one's coming in to do the work for us. We have to put in our own effort. We have to find that self-discipline and that focus, yeah? All right, let's look into this heart chakra. Thank you so much, Spirit. Such a beautiful message. What do we need to know about this wisdom in the heart chakra? Thank you. What do we need to know about wisdom in the heart chakra? We got the Five of Swords, throat chakra energy, and justice. More throat chakra energy. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of things. Right off the bat, for some of you connecting in the collective, you are realizing, wow, High Priestess, yeah, for the overall, you're realizing that there's been some sort of external manipulation, mind games, maybe even just thoughts, seeds planted in you that made you second guess your own wisdom, your own knowledge, what you knew. Almost as if like you were putting more weight on external advice or external opinions, external thoughts. So this happens a lot with like families, right? Moms, dads, guardians, where it's like people who probably sincerely do want the best for you, right? Share their 2 cents, tell you what they think, tell you you should do this, you should do that, you should think like this is how this should go. Or even in the way where like maybe you're sharing your wisdom, what you want, and then they're always counteracting it, right? That's that Five of Swords energy where you're like, I think this, that, and the third, and someone tries to play devil's advocate. Like, well, what if it's this, that, and this? And but da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like never positively reinforcing your thoughts, never positively reinforcing your mind, right? Always kind of coming in to undercut. I'm getting that energy, and it's like you've grown wise from that energy. It's like that's the justice. Is like normally that would, make someone kind of change their mind, or, they would adhere to what the external or outside forces are saying, but it feels like for those that are resonating, you really stuck close to your own wisdom and spoke justice. It's like, yeah, with the High Priestess, it's like, yeah, oh, yes. For those resonating, you are, yes, absolutely. So for those resonating, when this Five of Swords energy comes, when people outside of you, your guides, God, the universe, come in and try to tell you what it is, tell you what you think and what you feel from your heart, or maybe even try to downplay your wisdom that you share, that as a way to maybe make you feel like, again, it's this second guessing. It's like that. Are you sure you know what you know? Do you really know? Or, oh, you sound kind of off, like that type of thing. Like, no, that's not real. When in actually it is, right? Like, you're not off, you're dead on. Because you know, it's like, that's this high priestess. You know your intuition is spot on. And you're gaining confidence in that because you're really starting to see how the wisdom from your heart, how that wisdom is bringing you abundance, right? How what you've been sharing, what you've been telling, what you've been expressing to people, right, is really bringing you abundance, right? Because you're living what you said, right? Some of us are also starting to awaken to that type of mind manipulation or energetic manipulation and bringing justice to those people by standing in your knowledge of self, by standing in what you know and in your intuition, trusting in the wisdom that you're gaining from your heart and building up in your heart chakra, okay? So this, I'm also, okay, so for some of you, this is something that you've been dealing with and building up to. For some of you, this is happening now with this new moon in Taurus and probably all the way through Taurus season. You're going to start seeing behind the veil when it comes to the people around you and your truth. You're going to bring justice and balance these people out. Okay, so as you awaken, as you're growing, like I said, last full moon brought a lot of starseed activation. So it's almost like a lot of little newborn babies roaming around in this spirituality and in the spirit world, right? So it's they are going to start feeling more confident and more assured in their intuition, in their higher self, in what their higher self is actually telling them and telling you, right? So it's something that is going to help them gain wisdom in order to really, really settle in this high priestess energy. Again, so some of you, for you new, you're starting to start this journey of settling into this high priestess energy, bringing justice to the chaos around you by shedding your truth, shedding your light, right? Sharing your heart's wisdom and the guidance that you're receiving. For others of you, you've been sharing your heart's wisdom. You've been on that journey, right? And you might have received a lot of Five of Swords energy from those around you. People trying to make you doubt your gifts, make you doubt what you feel, doubt what you're saying, try to tell you that you're off, right? Like trying to kind of undercut you or maybe even like throw you off a little bit. But it's like you're unshook by it. You're building this wisdom muscle. You're building this thick skin to where you know you're the high priestess. You know what you feel is real and nobody can tell you different. And that's awesome because we all feel differently, right? We all have our special gifts and tune into the universe individually and uniquely. That's the purpose, right? No two people should connect with the universe the same. The more variety we have, the better chances we have at creating more positivity, right? Creating more, expanding more. So it's that need to truly trust in what you feel, what you know, what your higher self is telling you. Like I always say, and I probably will say in every video, tarot is a tool for you to use to sharpen your own intuition. When you're watching these readings on YouTube or getting a reading from someone, they are sharing the energy that they alone are picking up on and can feel and can sense. It's up to you to say, yes, that resonates. No, that doesn't resonate. You know, it's up to you to decipher and discern what's for you, okay? That's why in these general readings, they're general. So it covers a lot of people. So just keep that in mind, okay? But again, a lot of you are, standing very firm, trusting in your own high priestess energy, which is beautiful, and trusting in the wisdom that you know you have because you're seeing it, right? For those that are new, you're starting to ground in this high priestess energy, okay? That's very beautiful, Spirit. Thank you so much, ancestors. Looking at vanity, right? We got judgment. I love this. Crown chakra energy, okay? This is my answered prayer card. This is my divine blessing card. This is my call to the carpet card as well. This also denotes spiritual, high levels of spiritual energy. Okay, this comes right before the world. So for those who are new to tarot, the major arcana, okay, like the high priestess, justice, right here, judgment. The major arcana depicts the soul's journey as we go through spiritual lessons. You start off as the fool, brand new, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, right? Going about your business with all your experiences and lessons learned with you, right? But you're about to embark on a new lesson. You go all the way through it. You get to judgment. This is where the divine comes in and says, okay, show me your homework. What did you learn? How far have you gotten? Were you a good steward of what I gave you? Did you pick up the cues? Did you see the signs? What did you do with the synchronicities? How did you manage the energy? Right? There's that call. And then you get to the world where it's like, okay, you've completed it, you've passed, congratulations, you've gained new expansion, new support from the universe. Okay, the universe is always supporting you, but there is definitely levels to it. All right, so this is crown chakra energy. Again, like I was saying with vanity, so those activations and those awakenings, right? A lot of you, a lot of us really are connecting with the divine and connecting with the universe in more expansive ways. Like I can't get away from that word expansive. Some of you may be experiencing some expansion in the crown chakra, okay? We had the Ace of Cups that wanted to come out, Eight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I'm not necessarily feeling, if they come out again, okay, I'll pull them. But yeah, so this is a judgment. And I think that this judgment is, okay, yeah, we've shown you parts of the spirit world, right? We've elevated you, we've activated you. Now, what are you going to do with it, right? With this vanity and this throat chakra energy. Again, that's where that discernment of what do I share, what don't I share, right? What is the collective ready to hear? What maybe they aren't ready to hear? And that takes time to learn. So don't feel discouraged if you start sharing what you're learning, sharing your growth with others, and they don't resonate or they kind of look at you weird and crazy. It's perfectly okay, all right? You're not weird. You're not crazy. Trust and believe you're not alone. We are all in this spiritual community going through it, okay? So it could just be a sign that you are growing, you are evolving, and there may be a need to kind of shuffle up. And Ace of Coins wanted to come out. Yeah, shuffle up and have a new beginning. Root chakra energy. Yeah, there's this need to start anew. That's the judgment. So for some of you, this ascension, these awakenings is pulling you into new soul tribe, new soul groups. You see how there's 3 people here in this judgment card, connecting you with soul tribe, right? Angel guides, people who maybe share a guide with you, share an angel protector with you, right? Like that type of thing. Soul tribes are going to start coming together to start forming new beginnings, new paths, also building new, planting new seeds, right? Expanding the knowledge and security of your own family as well. I feel that very strongly, okay? Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Coins in the root chakra is all about gaining a new level of security, a new seed to plant, right? Like we said, we're planting these seeds of intention. So I think Spirit sees that for those that are newly or freshly awakening, yeah, that this judgment is happening and that you're going to have it on your heart to share and want to plant these seeds. But go, again, follow your intuition. So if your spirit is saying, hey, go tell this person so that, do it, okay? Don't question it. Don't second guess it. But don't go out of your way and seek those opportunities, or don't go out of your way to like force it on anybody, right? Allow everything to happen naturally. That's also what vanity talks about, okay? What's the overall for vanity, Spirit? Thank you so much. Judgment and the Ace of Coins. What else does the collective need to know about vanity? Thank you so much. What else? Oh, what we got? Ooh, yeah. Ace of Coins and the King of Coins. Absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, okay? More crown chakra energy. So a lot of those that are awakening are going to start realizing that their knowledge, their gifts are something that they're going to be able to capitalize off on just based on need. So a lot of light workers, a lot of healers, shamans, all of that, medicine women and men, psychics, right? All of those active abilities are going to start coming on. All of that knowledge is going to start coming in, and it's going to help you build with this Ace of Pentacles, as this is in the root, right? As above, King of Pentacles, crown chakra, so below, Ace of Pentacles, root chakra, okay? So you're going to be gaining a new level of material abundance, a new status, growing some fruit, more grapes in there, okay? I talked about this in another reading. Those grapes have been showing out. It's like, it's sweet as wine, right? New abundance, new indulgence, something that's going to bring you pleasure and joy, right? So this is going to ground you. A lot of people, especially with this pandemic going on, you know, forcing us into online learning, telecommuting and teleworking. A lot of that is going to start opening new doors for people, especially as they're awakening to share their gifts in a way that maybe they haven't thought of before, okay? Especially we are in this age of Aquarius, right? I've been talking about this since like 2018. I've been feeling this coming in. So Age of Aquarius, all about humanitarianism through technology, through connecting in the mind, right? Aquarians are air signs, so it's logical, it's telepathy, it's really tapping into the energetic grid to hear and feel and see and sense the world around us, right? And then transmuting that and translating that into electricity, an electric format, okay? So a lot of star seeds, a lot of crystal children, indigos, healers, again, shamans, right, are going to start transferring those skills, transferring their those skills and those talents and those spiritual gifts into electric currency, okay? That's super important. This feels very electric. And it's very interesting that this Ace of Coins also is golden and looks like the sun, right? As opposed to this one coin, kind of silver and kind of cool. So again, there's that hot and cold, yin and yang, that as above, so below energy, magician energy. So a lot of manifestation, okay? So with this throat chakra energy, be careful what you are saying. Like I said, discern what you're sharing, discern what you're saying. If you are not wanting to attract any type of negative energy, any type of blocks, make sure you're not speaking it or creating any resistance to what you want with your words. It's super, super important. A lot of other readers are picking up on that. So that's really deep into the collective, right? A lot of us are learning that as we go along. All right, absolutely gorgeous reading, collective. I love these so much. We're going to go ahead and just pull a couple of Work Your Light oracles to give us some things to think about for this Taurus season. Thank you so much, y'all, for allowing me to connect with your energies. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. This is a beautiful reading. Let's see what we get, okay? Thank you so much. What do we need to know about this new moon in Taurus? Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Absolutely, with this dissipating energy, okay? In the Six of Cups, Two of Coins, Ten of Swords, you're breaking the chains, you're healing those past patterns, right? And you're rewriting your future. You're choosing a new path. It's like you're no longer gonna just sit back and watch or sit in these old cycles. You're moving forward into something new. That's very beautiful. Anything else we need to know about this new moon? Transformation, absolutely. We got this last moon reading. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing, okay? Right on. So this High Priestess energy, for those that are grounding this High Priestess energy, you're going to be definitely feeling it in your body, okay? Activations are all about mind, body, soul, unity and consciousness, okay? So at a very deep level, all three of those things are going to be transforming, shifting. So you might find that you have different cravings for different foods. Your tolerance is going to change, right? Things that you were able to eat, you can no longer eat. That type of deep cellular healing, because as you heal those cells, those are the same cells that you're going to pass on to your kids if you can have them. Those are the same cells that are going to be in your DNA and that are going to stick with your soul's energy, okay? Or at least the vibration of those cells is going to stick with your soul's energy. So allow this transformation to happen. For those, again, been in that High Priestess energy, allow that transformation of like, I'm not ashamed of what I know. I trust in what I know. I know what I know. I'm not second guessing. I'm no longer doing the self-doubt thing. That's what happens. Beautiful transformation. One more. What else do we need to know for this new moon in Taurus? Thank you so much for these beautiful messages. What else do we need to know about this new moon in Taurus? Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? Absolutely. Talking about that vanity, right? Like I said, the person goes off, has a spiritual awakening, comes back to the friends that they left behind or that they, moved away from a little bit, or just old friends, and finds that there is some sort of disconnect. There's some sort of difference, right? So needing to align with who you truly are, okay? And that ace of coins, that king of coins, that's in a lot of us, right? So mind you, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. No need to get caught up on the gender of the cards, but it's that king of coins, that master of material, right? That master of our domain. So that's house, that's bills, that's money, that's finances. That's what we're all as a collective moving into, using our spiritual gifts to build a foundation, to build our own empires. It's very beautiful, in whatever shape or form. It's not all, everybody's a tarot reader, right? Whatever is your passion, makeup, nails, hair, whatever, finances, bookkeeping, if it's sock puppets, I don't know, right? It's for you to know, right? And for the world to find out when it's time, okay, collective? So hang in there. For those going into that high priestess energy, keep going, right? Bring justice to that 5 of swords energy. Use your heart's wisdom. Allow that transformation to happen. For those that need to get moving and get going and no longer waiting or being stuck in old cycles, break those chains of ancestral patterns, rewrite your own future, and align your life, okay? Beautiful, beautiful reading, y'all. I love you all so, so much. And I will see you in our next moon reading for the full moon, okay? Again, if you're interested in a private reading, go ahead and check the description box. That information and instructions and prices, all of that is there. So I look forward to hearing from you. And again, sending you all of my light, love, and peace energy as we're continuing taking this pandemic day by day, y'all. We got this. We're in this together. You are not alone. Okay? Namaste.